Hey guys, hello, hello, hello everyone. It is Dr. Stephanie Burgos here, and I want to thank you guys so much for hopping on. I'm just going to give a minute for people to hop on. I know that there are a couple people who were waiting for the link to go live, so I am super pumped. It was so funny, guys. Right before this, we were having some technical difficulties, and I started talking, and we hadn't even started the broadcast yet. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys are having an amazing, amazing start to your week. I'm super excited about what we're going to be talking about today. So 1 second, as I am just waiting for a few more viewers to come on, as I am just getting a couple things here. I hope you guys are having an amazing week thus far. I know I'm super excited. So I hope you guys are super excited too. So what I'm going to do, because I value your time as well, I am going to go ahead and get started. Hope you guys, all right, let's see. So I'm on the right. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and I hope that you guys will be able to see the screen without any difficulty. And I think that you will. So let's see. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and present to everyone. All right, guys. So I am so excited for you guys to be on here. And what we're going to be talking about today is something that is very near and dear to my heart. And that is 5 ways to end body shame and love the skin that you are in. All right. So 5 ways to end body shame and love the skin you're in. So first off, I want to say thank you, and thank you for joining me today. I absolutely value your time. I know that many of you are busy professionals. I know that some of you have children probably running around. So I just wanted to say thank you. Also, a quick reminder for the next 45 minutes to please say goodbye to any distractions as we go through my tips, and to grab a notepad and prepare to take some notes. And again, by attending this training, you've made the right choice, and I respect your time for being here. So absolutely, thank you, thank you, thank you. And before we get started, I just want to ask you guys, is it okay if I share with you something that I believe will help you? Is it okay if I take you through some key steps that I have had to take over the past probably 6 to 8 years to become the person that I am today, to become the confident woman that I am today? And so what we're going to go through today is basically, my goal is to teach you key mindset shifts to help you fall in love with your body, to share with you why exercise is not the only way to work out, and to give you practical tips that you can use to help you probably stop body shaming. Because I know for me, I was body shaming for a very long time. All right. So let me ask you a few more questions just so I can make sure that I picked the right topics for you. Are you tired of the negative thoughts running through your head, right? Do you wish you had more time and more fun in your life? Do you wish that you didn't have as much stress? Are you tired of putting yourself last? And are you feeling like you have lost track of who you really are? Also, are you tired of having no energy, right? I know for me, I'm someone that I was super I had no energy several years ago, and I just needed to get myself back into the game. And then most importantly, are you tired of bashing yourself in the mirror, nitpicking at everything, and letting your lack of confidence stop you from going after the life that you deserve? Well, awesome. Because believe it or not, I was there too, and I said yes to all of these same questions. And I want to share with you how I've been able to fall in love with myself again and my body through self-love, mindset work, and self-care, despite a crazy, crazy schedule. But first, what I want to share is a little bit about myself. So you see, my greatest achievement prior to any of this happening, and my greatest achievement was graduating from medical school. I had always known that I wanted to be a doctor, and it was something that I had pursued for close to 12, 13 years. However, when I graduated, I found myself asking myself, is this it? and what is next. And I did not know what my passion or purpose exactly was. But I felt and knew deep down that it was going to be outside of medicine. And so that takes me to my wellness journey. You see, I was that chubby girl growing up. You know, I spent summers in high school dieting and wishing that my body looked different. I hated my curves. And I remember sitting in a fitting room, actually, probably it was right after my freshman year of college. And I couldn't fit into anything in the store. And I remember sitting on the floor crying because nothing fit me. And then I would get home, right? I would get home and nothing in my closet would fit me. And so I just remember feeling it was a dark time in my life when I just felt, I felt ugly. I felt frustrated. I felt disappointed in myself. And as a result, my self-esteem was low. And that was stopping me from stepping out and walking in my purpose. And so finally, I said enough was enough. I stopped focusing on all the wrong things and I started celebrating the right things. I started cleaning up my nutrition and working out from home, and I started changing my mindset. And this is what I want to share with you today. I want to share with you what I have learned. And now it's your turn, right? It's your turn. It's your turn for me to share with you. So overall, I just wanted to let you guys know that this is something serious to me because I personally have invested over $150,000 into courses, seminars, coaching, as well as one-on-one training and more to learn a lot of the information that has gotten me to where I am today. But before we move on, I have a question for you. Why are you here? And why are you listening in? What type of body is it that you want? What type of life do you want? And what's stopping you from achieving that? And although I can't show you everything in this training, there's a way to get all the content so you can finally get that strong body and build your confidence. So make sure that you stay tuned to the very end. So tip number one has everything to do with gratitude. To start your day with gratitude. It's one of the most amazing emotions and truly one where I've noticed that if you're thinking about something that you're grateful for, right? If you're sitting down and you're thinking about the things that bring you joy, the blessings in your life, it's very difficult to feel anger or hurt or sadness at the same time. It's something beautiful, and it's really a moment where you can feel nothing but pure love. And in my experience, many people do not appreciate the small things in life, right? Everybody's always pursuing the big things, and a lot of times they're not they're not focusing on the small things, and as a result, they're taking things for granted. And so I want to ask you, are you someone like that? Are you someone who takes things for granted? And so do you only focus, are you someone who only focuses on the negative things in life? Well, I want to tell you that what you focus on expands, right? So that's something that I tell a lot of my clients. I even tell my family members when they're talking to me about things that are stressing them out, is that what they focus on expands. So truly learning to appreciate all of the small things, especially, for example, your intellect, your inner strength, all super important things to feel gratitude towards. Another thing and another key kind of mindset shift that happened to me was to trade your expectations for appreciation. This truly was life-changing, especially like in my relationship. I was someone that I used to nitpick at a lot of different things, but when I was able to trade my expectations for appreciation, that's when things started to change for me. As well as asking yourself, what can I feel joyful about today? So taking some action, take a pen and paper and write 3 things that you are grateful for today, right? Every single day do this. This is a practice that I know for me personally, I've been working hard to make this a daily practice. Some days, and like I tell my clients, it's not about doing things perfectly. Sometimes it's about just having the progress. And so my goal is to try to get at least 3 to 4 times a week where I am focusing on gratitude because I know how incredibly important it is. Second tip is you must put yourself first before others. This is important when it comes to building your confidence and learning to appreciate yourself and love yourself, because if you don't make any time for yourself, you're not going to be able to appreciate and see all of the wonderful things about you, right? And so really asking yourself, are you making that time for yourself? And I know for me, for the past, probably for the past 10 years, I've constantly been in this striving mentality. I went to medical school, then I went to residency, then I started building an online business. And so I've constantly been going 100 miles an hour, and it was making me feel burnt out. And I found myself losing joy in my day-to-day things. And so one thing I'm grateful for when it comes to medicine is that it has taught me that life is short. Right? It's taught me, every single time I go into the ER, I get to see, I'm blessed with helping people, and I see what true struggle is. And so it has allowed me to really see life is short and that I really truly need to live life intentionally. Also, it's taught me that I need to stop waiting for direction and motivation. At the end of the day, guys, you cannot wait for someone to help you lose the weight. You can't wait for someone to give you the exact direction of what you need to do, in order to accomplish your goals. It has to come from you. And so stop waiting for the direction or motivation to happen and for it to come from from somewhere else, because it's not going to happen. And same thing goes for waiting for the perfect time, right? Though, how many times have you said, I'm going to wait until things are a little less stressful, or I'm going to wait till I have a little bit more time or a little bit more help, waiting for this quote perfect time to do things in your life, like changing careers or going for a dream or ending a toxic relationship. No one else is going to make it happen for you but you. So stop waiting. Another tip that goes in line with this is to manage your time, right? Making sure that you're not just saying yes to everything and learning to say no. I know this is really tough, especially for a lot of women, is that they have a lot of, just a hard time saying no to things. So asking yourself, are you saying yes to too many different things, and learning the word no? Because it's super important, guys, that you first fill yourself up. I always talk to a lot of people about the bucket analogy. It's like, imagine you had a bucket, right? You can't give to other people from an empty bucket. You want to be giving to people from an overflow, out of abundance, because that's going to be the best of you that you're going to be able to give. And the only way that you're going to be able to do that is if you put yourself first before others, and you make sure that you're making time for the things that are important to you. So take some action, look at your calendar, and schedule some time for yourself. Be intentional about the things that you want to do, and make sure that you let your loved ones know so that they can respect your time. Number 3, own where you are. This is a really interesting one, just because I had to learn this the hard way. A lot of times we work really hard to avoid what is really going on in our life, right? How many of you can relate to that? And as a result, when we avoid it, we end up making them worse than what they are, because we tend to overplay it in our head. We tend to let fear get the best of us. And when we don't face things head on, it can cause fear and anxiety around facing them. And as a result, we're too afraid to look inside, right? When we become too afraid of our emotions and we don't want to face them, we end up looking outside, right? We end up looking at things like food and poor relationships to fill in the void. And so asking yourself, are you being honest with your emotions? Are you accepting yourself for where you really are and accepting your relationship with yourself, right? A lot of times you may right now have a poor relationship with yourself. And that is okay, because you need to know where you are now so that you can create a plan for you to get to where you want to go in the future, right? So thinking about that, because a lot of times people are so focused on getting over there, right? They're so focused on, I can't wait to lose 10 pounds, or I can't wait to achieve this goal, or I can't wait till I feel completely confident. You're focusing on there, instead of focusing on where you are here with your body. And so where you are here, and accepting that you might be in a bad place, you might feel upset, you might feel sad, you might feel disappointed, but accepting those feelings and owning them. Because when you allow yourself to sit there, not for a long time, I'm not saying to sit there for a long time, but when you allow yourself to sit where you are and be honest with your emotions, right? When you allow that to happen, that's when you can really start healing yourself. That's when you can really start, creating that game plan of, okay, here I am now. This is where I am. Now I can work towards where I want to be. So, and also understanding that you don't need to know all the steps for where you want to go or how to lose the weight, or, you don't need to know everything, but you must be willing to change and you must be willing to accept yourself. Another thing that was key is that our egos, our primitive egos don't want us to accept ourselves because they want you to be stuck in fear. It knows that when you're stuck in fear, you're not going to go after your dreams. You're not going to take the action to lose the weight. You're not going to do the things that you want to do. And so just really keeping that in mind. And last thing that I also, that ties to this in terms of owning where you are and really being honest with your emotions, is the idea that it's okay to be sad, right? I think a lot of times, and I spoke about this recently, I think a lot of times people are afraid to say that they're sad. And at the end of the day, we are emotional beings. And so one thing is that a lot of times it's a misconception that if you feel sad, then you must not be a positive person. And that has nothing to do with it, because you can still be a positive person. Like, I am still a positive person. And there are certain situations or certain days where I feel sad, or I feel frustrated, or I feel disappointed. And these are emotions and they are okay. So just understanding that it's okay, and that your sadness, if anything, is telling you that there are certain things going on either within yourself or maybe around you that still need to be healed. It's, your emotions are a window to what's really going on. It's your intuition telling you what you need to be focusing on. So really think about that. So take some action. So when it comes to owning where you are, one thing I want you to do today is to look in the mirror and affirm this. Say, I accept myself and I accept where I am in my journey. I love myself and I honor me by being honest and loving toward my body, right? Next tip I have for you guys, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Next tip I have is to thoroughly work out. So this is huge. So listen up. So yes, it's important to work out physically, but you also must work out mentally and spiritually. So for example, for me, meditation, prayer, journaling have all become my go-to exercises to become fit, to work on that spiritual muscle. And when you commit to these practices, guys, you really build up the muscle to not react in life. And you might be saying, well, why? How is this important to my confidence? How is this important to how I feel about my body? How is this important to how I feel about myself? That's because, guys, I don't think you realize how many times you react to things probably without thinking, right? Think about how many times you come home and then you react to something and you regret how you reacted, right? Maybe you come home after a long day and you yell at your husband, or you yell at your kids, or you got angry and you just, just because of your emotions and where you were, and you just reacted, right? And so what ends up happening, that can cause conflict, right? And then that conflict can cause, different ways to deal with that conflict: emotional eating, or you feeling disappointed and frustrated on yourself, you bashing yourself because of how you reacted. It's kind of like just a domino effect that happens when you react. So the more that you connect with your true self, the more that you build this emotional muscle, the more that you're going to be able to react less. And I know, and look, I'm someone that it took me a long time to get into the whole meditation thing. I was like, my mind cannot stay quiet for that long. I don't know how I'm going to do this. But I am proud to say that I have been practicing this for a couple months now, and it has been just so amazing for me. It has truly calmed me down. I definitely am more calm at work. I do not react as much to certain things that used to bother me. I don't kind of blow up, out of anger or out of frustration. So it really has helped me. And also, when you're able to connect to your true self, that's when you're able to really listen to your gut and feel connected. And this will help you become more confident in making decisions, right? Because when you're able to connect to yourself and you're able to connect to your gut and you're able to really feel confident in the decisions that you're going to make, then this is going to help a lot of you, a lot of you people pleasers out there, because once you're connected to your inner self and you listen to her, then you're going to make better choices for you. Does that make sense? So it's all about, building that spiritual muscle so that you can learn to connect to your inner self, really understand who you are so that you feel more confident in the decisions, or you feel more confident in saying no to things that you really want to say no to, but you're afraid to make somebody upset, right? Another way to work out is making sure that you're working out your mind. And so just making sure that you're doing personal development. This has been absolutely key for me, guys. Over the past 5 years specifically, I have been diving into personal development, working on my mindset, working on certain habits and skills, everything from leadership to time management, to working on my confidence and working on my relationship skills, working on my communication skills. So really having, making time so that you can continue to build and work out your mind. And then obviously your body, making your body move, getting those natural endorphins going, even if it's a small amount of time that you can commit to exercise, that's great and that's fine, because the key is to get something done, right? It's not about chasing perfect, but it's about having progress in your journey. So take some action. So start meditating or pick an audiobook for the car and focus on 3 to 4 days of exercise. All right, tip number 5. This is my last tip for you guys. So, and that is, you are not your body. Now, I know you're like, all right, Stephanie, you're telling me about ending body shame and falling in love with my body, and now you're telling me that you are not your body. And what I mean by that, guys, is that it's time for you to stop focusing on the wrong things to define who you are. When you focus on your weight, when you focus on your clothes and what you're wearing, the type of makeup, the type of jewelry, when you are only focusing on those things to define who you are, that is when things can get dangerous. And that's when you're going to get lost and potentially lose touch with who you really are, right? And that's the whole key point of this slide. Nothing outside of you, and let me repeat that, nothing outside of you, your clothes, your makeup, your car, your house, nothing outside of you is going to heal the inside of you, right? And I want you guys to really hear that. Only love can do that. Only forgiveness, compassion can do that. So just understanding that you're not your body, and really understand this, and really understand that what is the purpose of your body? Really focusing on creating a powerful vessel. Choose to look at your body with different eyes, and you will see the truth. You will see the truth, and that is that you are a whole person, and that at the end of the day, it's not your body that defines you, my friend. It's your soul that defines you. And one day, as you know, one day, I'm not going to, surprise you here. One day we are all going to die, right? But your soul is going to live on. And what I mean by that is that you are limitless. And so I want you to realize that. And I want you to see how powerful you are. So it's really important that you strengthen your body and you recognize it as the vessel that it is, so that it can help you with your purpose, right? Focus on creating a powerful vessel so that it can help you in your purpose. And so one way to do this, guys, is to practice mindful eating. You are what you eat. So really paying attention to how food makes you feel. I know for me, this was huge for me, because for so long I was an emotional eater and I would just eat whatever was in front of me. But yet then I would feel sluggish. I would, have foggy thinking. My energy would go low. I would bloat very easily. So I wasn't making the connection between what I was eating and how I was feeling. And so this is why I tell everyone to really think about every time you eat something, and within the hour after, asking yourself, how did what I eat just make me feel? Did it give me energy or did it take away energy? So practicing mindful eating. And then also just making sure, guys, that you do not step into comparison mode. Stop comparing, because at the end of the day, this whole training was all about creating a new conversation with yourself, right? With you, not with someone else. And so the only way that you're going to be able to do that is if you stop comparing how you think you should be with someone else, because at the end of the day, what someone else has nothing to do with you. So stop comparing yourself to other people and instead think about what your body is here to do and how it can serve you and how it is serving you so that you can really, so that you can continue to honor it and realize how powerful it is. So take some action, start being mindful of how food makes you feel, right? All right, guys, so you are what you believe. And so the problem is not your body, right? The problem is the thoughts that you have around your body. And so I strongly believe that if I can rebuild my confidence and fall in love with my body, so can you. I'm no different than you. I'm just a woman who stopped chasing perfect and who finally put herself first. And I want to show you how you can too. In the past, actually probably like 40 minutes or actually no more like 30 minutes, wouldn't you agree it's been time well spent? I've shared with you my 5 easy tips on how to end body shame and fall in love with your body. And I obviously can't cover everything. So I created a special offer for you where you can get everything you've ever needed to know. And if you act fast, it's going to be an amazing deal. Wouldn't you love to go deeper into understanding your body, improving your mindset, and feeling absolutely confident in who you are? You know, one thing I've learned is that successful people, they're flexible with their habits, and unsuccessful people are rigid about their habits. And I've also learned that old habits die hard. So I know you may be thinking as you're kind of asking yourself, are you thinking, I already know this? Or sitting in inaction and paralyzed by fear? Are you constantly overwhelmed? Do you give into self-sabotage? Are you someone who you're used to just taking a lot of information, but then you do nothing with it? And then are you someone who tends, you may try something for just a couple days, but then you go back into old patterns? And are you someone who you feel like you've been stuck for too long? So you'll be thrilled to learn that there are ways to form new habits, and there's an easier way for you to get the body that you want, to rebuild your confidence, and to create your dream life. Sometimes it takes trying something new. And if you thought this training was super helpful, then I'm super excited to introduce to you my new course, Own Your Sexy. Guys, this has been on my heart for quite some time now, and it comes from years of experience of being a physician, of working with women in the online space, of my own personal journey. That is what has birthed, for lack of better terms, that is what has birthed this course. And so basically a little bit about the course is that it is 6 weeks. 6 weeks where you're going to learn nutrition fundamentals. You're going to learn key tips to help you restore energy, fundamentals to help you restore energy, help you eliminate limiting beliefs, gain more clarity, connect with your sensuality, and rebuild confidence in your life, right? So 6 weeks, guys. It's a 6-week online group coaching program, and you're gonna have a private Facebook group where you'll connect with other ladies in the program. Every week, you're gonna get a video sent to your email with the content that I wanna share with you for that week. And then there'll be weekly live Q&As in the private group. So you're going to learn everything that I've learned, again, in the past 5 years in just 6 short weeks. So who is this program for? It's not if you're not ready. This program is not for someone who's not ready to let go of limiting beliefs, not ready to be honest with themselves, not ready to step into a life that they deserve, not ready to let go of poor eating habits, not ready to make time for yourself daily, and not ready to stop letting fear get the best of you. This program is for someone who's ready to get rid of the BS story holding them back, ready to stop letting go of your self-image, ready to stop letting your self-image hold you back, ready to build a healthy relationship with food, ready to unleash the confident, gorgeous woman inside, ready to tune in more to your sensuality, and ready to stop feeling frustrated from a lack of results in your life and a lack of inspiration. So let me give you a little play-by-play of what you're going to get in the modules. So module 1 is called Renew Energy. So you're going to transform your relationship with food and your body. You're going to gain a better understanding of nutrition, reframe your relationship with food, and you're also going to go through an elimination cleanse. So we're going to detox the foods that are causing stress, inflammation, and aging on your body. And we're also going to be discussing mindset shifts needed to get the body and energy you crave. This has a 1,997 value. Module 2 is where we're going to dive in and restore clarity. This is going to be 1 week of transformative mindset work so that you can understand the pitfalls that have been stopping you from living an extraordinary life mentally, emotionally, and physically. I'm going to help you discover what story in your life has been holding you back and help you identify what truly drives you in life. We will also work together to begin the process of true healing from past wounds so that you can move forward into creating the elevated life that you crave. This has a $997 value. Module 3, reclaim your sexy. 1 week of transformative mindset work around intimacy, guys, and its importance in our success and happiness. We will discuss the power of self-pleasure and why it's important why it's important in a thriving relationship. And I will provide you with tips on how to build your confidence muscle so that you can live and play at a higher level. This has a $397 value. And then last module will be rebuilding confidence. We're going to talk about how your reality begins in your mind and how to manifest success in your life. We'll talk about a proven practice that all successful people have that you can incorporate immediately into your life. And we're also going to discuss a little bit about money and your relationship with it and provide you with practical ways to eliminate debt. Basically, my goal will be to help you create a plan so you can finally go after what you desire and not settle ever again in your life. That is a $497 value. So, as you can see here, the total value for the 6 weeks of content is easily $3,800, almost $4,000. But what I wanted to share with you was a quick testimonial from one of my favorite clients, Lauren. She's a life coach and business coach. And she wanted to read to you here what she said. She said, I worked with Stephanie for 1 month and had the biggest breakthroughs I have had in years around my health and wellness. Up until that point, I had tried doing programs on my own and would commit for a little while and then fall off track. Working with Stephanie, I was able to get to the root of my self-sabotaging ways and completely transformed my lifestyle to a space of ease and love. She created custom meal plans for me, and I became excited to eat healthy. With her coaching calls each week, I was able to talk through years of limiting beliefs around my body and weight, and finally found the reason I had been self-sabotaging all these years. Since working with Stephanie, I have lost more than 25 pounds, and I know this is just the beginning. So who does this program work for? Healthcare professionals, coaches, stay-at-home moms, corporate women, online entrepreneurs, even your significant others. So bring them. Basically anyone who is ready to live a life of joy and see massive improvement in their health, in their body, and in all other areas of their life. Anyone ready to really create their best life. Right, guys? So let me ask you, truly, let me ask, where, are you ready? Are you ready to be more confident? Imagine a life where you no longer had things holding you back. If you finally had a clear understanding of what you desire, if you could really transform your body and your relationship with your body, if you had more energy to play more, to live more, and if you could improve your confidence so that you could go after what you desire and not settle in your life. Is that something that you would want? So again, all of the value here for all the modules, and I have a couple more things to throw in. So number 1 is the bonus number 1 will be our healthier cleanse and slim down guidelines, guys. This is going to be the guidelines that you're going to be using during the first 3 weeks of the program to eliminate the stress, to eliminate the inflammation in your body, to detox your body. And then bonus number 2 is going to be the 6 weekly live Q&A sessions with me every single week, and that has a $1,200 value. So again, guys, what you're going to get, everything here has a total value of a little over $5,000. And so if all I did was show you exactly how to eat better for your body, helped you have more energy, helped you understand nutrition more so that you don't feel overwhelmed, helped you melt away all of the resistance holding you back, showed you how to harness your powerful energy and tap into your higher self, showed you how to unlock the sensual and sexy woman inside of you, helped you get results in just 6 weeks rather than a decade, help you have more confidence in yourself so that you can stop playing small, would that be worth it to you, right? And what's having more energy, finally understanding your body and feeling confident in your skin worth to you? $500, $1,000, $5K? Well, since I paid over $100,000, I know it's worth a lot. And I'll show you how to do it in just a fraction of the time and a fraction of the money. You can easily see why others pay me close to $2,600 for just one-on-one work. And if you were to finally understand how to get your dream body and stop limiting yourself, would that be worth it to you? So you can see why this is an amazing deal at $1,000. And this course is actually $497 for the general public. But because you are so special, you can get started today for just $97, guys. $97, one-time price, just today. And yes, I'm serious. And I wanted to put it at this price because I want to see you succeed. I want to see you get the results that you want. And the best part is that in this course, I'm going to be sharing everything with you guys. I'm going to be sharing everything that I've learned over the past decade, and you're going to get it all for $97. So if you're interested, if you're ready to take action, go to ownyoursexycourse.com. Again, ownyoursexycourse.com to get signed up ASAP. Now you have two options right now. First option is to do nothing, get nothing, and get left with no results. Relive the same year of your life over and over again. Or the second option is to take a leap of faith. Make the investment today compared to all the value you'll get in return and give it a shot. Plus, actually get results for once. So again, one more time, guys, I just want you guys to see compared what you're going to get based on the total value, a special price of $97. And I had one more tip for you guys. I know I said 5, but 6. Your new life is going to cost you your old one. This is something that I have learned. I talk to my clients about this all the time. To get something you've never had before, you must be willing to do something you've never done before. So, are you ready to feel confident, to stop letting yourself hold you back, to stop hating your body, to ditch the diet mindset, to have more energy, to not be afraid to be naked, to look and feel amazing, and to live life at a higher level? Are you ready? All right, guys. Well, I hope that you will take advantage of this amazing special. This is going to be the only time that it is offered at this price. So to sign up, you can go to ownyoursexycourse.com. Again, sign up ownyoursexycourse.com to be able to sign up for this special price. All right, guys. So I am super, super pumped, and I'm so glad. And thank you guys for those of you who have tuned in. I appreciate your time. I value you. And at the end of the day, guys, you deserve the body that you want. You deserve to have all of the energy. You deserve to have the confidence. You are absolutely worthy of all of those things. And I'm here to help you. All right, guys, have an amazing, amazing evening. Mwah. Bye.